Hello friends, welcome to today's daily devotion. We're now reading in John the 12th chapter, reading verses 1 through 11. Hear now these words. 6 days before the Passover, Jesus came to Bethany, where Lazarus lived, whom Jesus had raised from the dead. Here a dinner was given in Jesus' honor. Martha served, while Lazarus was among those reclining at the table with him. Then Mary took about a pint of pure nard, an expensive perfume. She poured it on Jesus' feet and wiped his feet with her hair. And the house was filled with the fragrance of the perfume. But one of the disciples, Judas Iscariot, who was later to betray Jesus, objected. "Why wasn't this perfume sold and the money given to the poor? It was a year's worth of wages." He did not say this because he cared about the poor, but because he was a thief. As keeper of the money bag, he used to help himself to what was put into it. "Leave her alone," Jesus said. "It was intended that she should save this perfume for the day of my burial. You will always have the poor among you, but you will not always have me." Meanwhile, a large crowd of Jews found out that Jesus was there and came, not only because of him, but also to see Lazarus, whom he had raised from the dead. So the chief priests made plans to kill Lazarus as well. For on account of him, many of the Jews were going over to Jesus and believing in him. Interesting, the characters and the personalities that are revealed in these characters. You have Jesus obviously continuing to be Jesus. You have Lazarus, who has put together a great feast and has brought people together. You have Martha serving, and Martha is always one who is willing to serve. And you have Mary, who's always devoted, and her devotion turns into pouring this whole bottle of expensive perfume all over Jesus' feet and then wiping his feet with her hair. All of these people are doing positive things out of the positive characteristics of their personalities. And then you flip it over to the other characters, and primary among them is Judas Iscariot, and the depth of his character is revealed in just these few sentences because he is a thief. He brags about caring for the poor, when in actuality all he wants is to enrich himself, and he objects to the devotion shown by Mary. No wonder he becomes the betrayer. He has already set it into his heart, all of these negative things, all of these negative emotions, all these negative desires, all these misplaced ways in which he's all about himself, even though he's been with Jesus all this time. My friends, we can be Christians. We can be in the church for years and even decades, and we'll never be like Lazarus or Mary or Martha because we're too stuck in ourselves, and so we become like Judas. It's not the degree of exposure to Jesus that makes the difference. It's the degree of acceptance of Jesus that makes that difference. Someone who has one encounter with Jesus but believes in him entirely will be a much better Christian than the person who's been in church every Sunday for 50, 60, 70 years but never really let Jesus come into their hearts. So today I invite you to be more like Martha and Mary and Lazarus and less like Judas. And if there are any Judas tendencies within you, confess those to Jesus today and say, "Lord, take these away from me. Help me to be more like you and less like myself." That is a prayer we should pray every day. And I'll see you tomorrow for another daily devotion.